In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on November 4th, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Cleveland Cavaliers versus Detroit Pistons. The Cleveland Cavaliers will go to the Little Caesars Arena on Friday evening to take on the Detroit Pistons in an Eastern Conference matchup. The Cavaliers are on a 5-game winning streak after a 114-113 overtime home win against the Boston Celtics on Wednesday, while the Pistons are on a 2-game losing streak after a 116-91 road loss against the Milwaukee Bucks on Wednesday. The Cleveland Cavaliers have been one of the surprise teams of the league, as they are now gunning for a 7th straight win after outlasting the Celtics in a thrilling 114-113 overtime home win on Wednesday. Darius Garland made his season debut and led the way with 29 points and 12 assists. Donovan Mitchell added 25 points and 6 assists, while Evan Mobley and Caris LeVert each scored 15 points. As a team, the Cavaliers shot just 42% from the field and 11 of 39 from the three-point line, as they squandered an 11-point lead to allow the Celtics to rally back and force overtime, but they opened the extra period on a pivotal 7-2 run to escape with the narrow win. Meanwhile, the Detroit Pistons have really struggled so far this season, as they've lost 7 of their first 9 games, and they will be hoping to snap a 2-game skid after getting thrashed by the Bucks in a 116-91 road loss on Wednesday. Saddiq Bey led the team in scoring with 22 points. Isaiah Stewart added 16 points with 10 rebounds, while Bojan Bogdanovic chipped in with 14 points. As a team, the Pistons shot just 41% from the field and 11 of 31 from the three-point line, as they struggled to find their offense from the start and got outscored by the Bucks in every quarter. The Pistons committed 21 turnovers as a team, and 7 of those turnovers belonged to Bogdanovic. The Cavaliers are 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 road games and 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. The Pistons are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 Friday games and 23-11 against the spread in their last 34 games overall. The over is 5-1 in Cavaliers' last 6 overall. The over is 10-3 in Pistons' last 13 overall. The Cavaliers are 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 meetings. The Cleveland Cavaliers are the better team that's playing the better ball, but this is the definition of a trap game after some big wins and now a trip to Detroit against a club not exactly going anywhere. The Detroit Pistons are a young club that's not winning much, but they compete and find ways to hang around more times than not. The Pistons have covered 23 of their last 34 games. This is a spot where the Cavs could come out a bit flat, so the Detroit Pistons to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Cleveland Cavaliers are averaging 117 points on 46.9% shooting and allowing 107 points on 45.1% shooting. The Cleveland Cavaliers are shooting 40.4% from beyond the arc and 80.3% from the free throw line. The Cleveland Cavaliers are allowing 34% shooting from deep and are grabbing 44.7 rebounds per game. The Detroit Pistons are averaging 109 points on 43.2% shooting and allowing 120 points on 48.4% shooting. The Detroit Pistons are shooting 34.2% from beyond the arc and 78.4% from the free throw line. The Detroit Pistons are allowing 34.1% shooting from deep and are grabbing 43.4 rebounds per game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Miami Heat versus Indiana Pacers. A pair of Eastern Conference teams looking to shake off slow starts to the season take the floor in the Hoosier State. The Miami Heat are on the road as they make the trip to face the Indiana Pacers Friday night. Miami comes in off a 110-107 home win over Sacramento Wednesday night, though they failed to cover the line as a 4.5-point favorite. Indiana split a 2-game set on the road with the Nets as they were beaten 116-109 in the second game of that series Monday night, though they did cover the line as an 8-point underdog. In the all-time regular season series, the Pacers own a 70-53 advantage, but the Heat have taken the last two meetings. That includes a 125-96 home win in the most recent matchup on December 21, 2021. The Miami Heat have been in decent shape as they've won 4 of their past 7 games, and they will be aiming for a third straight victory after sneaking past the Kings in a 110-107 home win on Wednesday. Tyler Herro led the way with 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Kyle Lowry added 22 points with 7 assists, while Bam Adebayo chipped in with 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. As a team, the Heat shot 49% from the field and 11 of 34 from the three-point line as they got off to a quick start and held a narrow lead for most of the contest before they poured in 33 points in the fourth quarter to escape with the narrow win. Meanwhile, the Indiana Pacers have been in a rut as they've lost 5 of their first 8 games, and they will be hoping to bounce back after having their 2-game win streak halted by the Nets in a 116-109 road loss on Monday. Chris Duarte led the team with 30 points on 10 of 15 shooting. Buddy Hield added 22 points with 7 assists, while Benedict Mathurin chipped in with 16 points off the bench. As a team, the Pacers shot 47% from the field and 11 of 39 from the three-point line as they got off to a terrible start and had to claw their way back from a 24-point deficit, only to see the Nets close the final 6-27 on a 16-9 run to snatch the game from them. The Heat are 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 Friday games and 2-8 against the spread in their last 10 games overall. The Pacers are 7-15 against the spread in their last 22 home games and 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 Friday games. The over is 16-5 in Heat last 21 Friday games. The over is 11-4 in Pacers last 15 overall. The Heat are 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings in Indiana and 7-3 against the spread in the last 10 meetings. The biggest difference has been the ability to defend. Looking at the adjusted defensive rating, Miami is 18th in the sport with a 112.2 rating so far, while Indiana is 27th with a 116.5 rating up to this point. We discussed the points per game on the defensive side of things, and even with the injuries, the Heat are far and away the better team. In the previous 5 games, Miami is giving up 111 points per game, while Indiana is allowing 119 points. The Heat have better shooting and are an overall better team. The Heat have covered in 4 of their last 5 road games against Indiana. The Miami Heat are coming off a couple of nice victories, and it looks like their offense is picking up a bit. The Indiana Pacers have been a mess defensively through 8 games, and they don't cover numbers much despite being underdogs most nights. There's just not a lot to like about the Pacers right now, and we're not being asked to lay anything crazy, so the Miami Heat to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Miami Heat have been playing at a very methodical pace as they are averaging 98.2 possessions per 48 minutes, which is 24th in the league. Neither team has been shooting the basketball too well as the Heat are 22nd in the NBA with 45.5% from the floor, while the Pacers are 26th in the league with 44.7% from the field. With Jimmy Butler missing this game and Miami playing their 3rd game in 4 days, there will be some exhaustion. The under has hit in 5 of the previous 6 games between them played in Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Knicks versus Philadelphia 76ers. This Friday, the New York Knicks will travel to Philadelphia to take on the Philadelphia 76ers. Tip-off will be inside the Wells Fargo Center. Neither of these teams has started the regular season how they would like, as they will be looking to pick up momentum against one another. The New York Knicks are coming into this one after falling to the Atlanta Hawks 112-99. The Knicks jumped out to a huge lead but then got extremely cold on the offensive end of the court. They will have to be better on both ends if they want to challenge the Sixers on the road. The Philadelphia 76ers are entering this game after losing to the Washington Wizards 121-111. The Sixers have to be better on the defensive end as they continue to allow the Wizards to knock down open shots. They have to be better defensively if they want to take care of business at home. The New York Knicks have been in a rut as they are now riding a 3-game losing streak after falling to the Hawks in a 112-99 loss on Wednesday. Jalen Brunson led the way with 20 points and 5 assists. R.J. Barrett added 19 points, while Julius Randle chipped in with 14 points. As a team, the Knicks shot 41% from the field and 10 of 36 from the three-point line as they got off to a flyer and built an early 23-point lead, only to get outscored by an incredible 32-10 in the third quarter to allow the Hawks to run them down easily in the end. Meanwhile, the Philadelphia 76ers have been in decent form as they've won 4 of their last 6 games, and they will be hoping to bounce back after getting stopped in their tracks by the Wizards in a 121-111 loss on Wednesday. Tyrese Maxey led the way with 32 points on 11 of 20 shooting. James Harden added 24 points with 10 assists, while Tobias Harris chipped in with 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. As a team, the 76ers shot 46% from the field and a sizzling 19 of 36 from the three-point line, which should be enough to get the win on most nights. But they put the Wizards to the free throw line early and often, and it was the difference in a close contest. The Philadelphia 76ers have 3 players listed as questionable for Friday's matchup against the New York Knicks, including Joel Embiid, who has missed each of the last 2 games. The 76ers are playing well at the defensive end, allowing the 8th fewest points in the NBA but are only 24th in scoring, and without Embiid's presence in the paint, the 76ers give up a proven rim protector, proven rebounder, and their leading scorer. The pace of play in this matchup is likely to be up-tempo, especially if Embiid does not play, as the 76ers will launch as many shots as possible, and New York is scoring and allowing more points this season than in each of the last 2 seasons. New York has covered the spread in 11 of the last 14 played on the road. Philadelphia has failed to cover the spread in 4 of its last 6 games against a team from the Atlantic Division. Just prior to publication of this article, sources revealed that Philadelphia's James Harden suffered a tendon strain in his right foot and will miss at least a month. This was announced after testing was done on Harden on Thursday. So the New York Knicks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. I see both of these teams playing at a slow pace. The Knicks have the 17th highest adjusted pace rating in the NBA, and the Knicks have the 30th fastest. Neither of these teams is going to push the ball up the court, and they will both use the majority of the shot clock each time they come down the floor. This will limit the number of possessions that both teams have. The Sixers will also be without James Harden, and Embiid is still listed as questionable. These are 2 of the Sixers' top scorers, as I see them struggling on the offensive end without both of these players on the floor. The Knicks are also holding their opponents to the 2nd lowest shooting percentage from the field, as I have confidence in them to consistently close out on shots. The Knicks will also struggle to consistently score, as they won't have enough possessions to push the score past the total number. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.